Hello and welcome to the Point English with me, Ben Gill. Today I'm going to be recommending 3 books to help you with your preparation for the C2 Proficiency Cambridge English exam, also known as the CPE. Okay, let's do this. Just a couple of quick important things to say before we look at the books. The Cambridge Proficiency exams changed in 2013, so the format changed. So whatever book you decide to buy, whether it's a book that I recommend or not, always make sure that it was published after 2013, because you could get confused or get the wrong idea of the exam if you buy a book from before 2013. That's very important. Now, all the books that I recommend will be linked to in the description, so if you decide to buy one, click on the Amazon link and it will take you directly to that book on the Amazon website. Okay, let's start with the first book. Now, I'm starting with the Cambridge English Proficiency 2 book, which is simply a book which contains lots of authentic exam papers. It contains 4 complete tests, so all of the parts, and 4 examples. The reason I'm starting with this book is because the proficiency exam is extremely tough. It's really very difficult, and unlike the advanced and the first exams, you can't really prepare for it in 6 months or a year. You need to sort of have the level already, and to prepare for the exam you just need to get to know the exam as well as possible and understand what the different parts of the exam are like and what they are asking of you. So the best way to prepare is to practice, practice, practice. So that's why I think this book is probably the most important one. Along with the practice tests that you can find on the Cambridge Assessment English official website, you have some free downloadable practice tests there too. But you'll need more. You need as many as possible to really get an idea for each part of the exam. So this is the best way you can prepare with a book. As I always recommend in all of my videos, for all the exams, but specifically the proficiency, you need to just make English a part of your life. In fact, if you're studying for the proficiency, it should have been part of your life for a few years now. So you should watch all the films and series in English. You should be reading regularly in English, listening to radio, podcasts, hopefully having an opportunity to speak to people in English. So with your preparation now, it's just focusing on getting to know the exam as well as possible and learning certain tips and tricks to pass, which takes me on to the next book. And this one is the Objective Proficiency book. Now this is more like a course book. And as I said, you can't really expect a book to prepare you for the proficiency exam. It's much too big for that. Your level just has to be there. But what this book can help you with is getting to know the exam better, and it gives you certain tips and advice on how to approach each part of the exam. So if you're new to the Cambridge exams in general, if you've never taken a Cambridge exam before, this will help you familiarize yourself with the different parts, which is extremely important. And you have lots of vocabulary sections in there. You have some grammar files, writing exercises, and of course, very importantly, you have the answers. So this is for self-study. This video is for self-study, so that's essential to have the answers. Okay, let's look at the next book. And this is Grammar and Vocabulary for Advanced and Proficiency. Now, in my survey that I conducted with my students and the Telegram group, this book came up again and again. Many people have found it very useful for their preparation. They say that it's very clear, they give good explanations with good examples, and it's just a very easy to follow book. Now, again, I'm repeating myself, but at the proficiency level, you should have a very good base of grammar and advanced grammar. But sometimes it's good to have a reference to check, to revise, and to know exactly what you need for the exam. And it contains a special focus on vocabulary with words and phrases that are useful in the exams. I mean, there are lots of grammar books around. You probably have a grammar book at home already, a reference book. You probably have Grammar in Use, don't you? The Murphy book, most people have that one. There's the Michael Swan books. The grammar doesn't change depending on the book, but the way it's presented and how the format of this book in particular is in line with the Cambridge exams. So for revision and reference, it's a good one. I always say the same and I repeat myself, but don't forget the objective when you're studying for an exam. The exam is not the objective, it's not the final objective. It's one step in your process of learning English in order to communicate. Communication is the objective. With that in mind, check out my Telegram group, because there are some really active, enthusiastic, motivated people there who are helping each other. And if that sounds good to you, click on the link and I'll put you in one of the groups. Okay guys, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Take care, bye.